because I don't know what I'm going to say, and if they say something weird, that's going to be really weird, and I don't know what to do about that, and it's really hard to not say what you're seeing, like Lifesavers and books and my movie maker. My movie maker? What on earth is that? That sounds like something really interesting, or maybe not so interesting. In fact, probably not so interesting. I can't tell what interesting is and what interesting isn't. Although sometimes when I'm interested, I'm all in the interested, and that's good, and then I'm done the interested, and then I'm not interested, and then I can't tell that it was interesting, and that's a really weird thing. Like, why would I be interested and then not be able to tell that I used to be interested, and then I don't know to go do that again, because then I don't know. I can't tell that I was interested, and it's really weird. I like breathing. It's nice. It's a pleasant thing, although people say that it calms you down, and whenever I start to, like, breathe and concentrate on my breathing to calm myself down, what I end up doing is, like, either hyperventilating or crying, and I don't like doing either of those things, especially when I'm at work. Big dump trucks are kind of cool, and there's, like, trash in the back, and trash is, like, weird and bizarre and, like, mushy and garbagey and fun. Like, feeling garbage isn't that big of a deal, really. Because for some reason, when I have sympathy for inanimate objects, it's usually food. I don't know why that is. Or, like, gifts that somebody bought you, and they're all nice, and, like, somebody put a lot of thought, and they want you to enjoy them, but you don't really enjoy it for whatever reason, and it's not even because you don't like it, it's just because you haven't enjoyed it, and then you feel obligated to enjoy it, and then that's no way to enjoy anything. Yep, I'm just looking at the things that I see. I have pictures on my phone of the things I see, but that's not actually true. That's just a song you said once in the car. Why don't I sing anyway? Maybe it's fun, I don't know. And what is better anyway? I don't think it really means anything, but nope, that's not true. I'm just saying that because that's what all the smart people say, and I want to sound like all the smart people. I definitely seem to have an idea of what better means, although I haven't defined it very well, and every time I try to define it pretty well, it ends up getting a little weird and irrelevant, and it doesn't actually make that much sense. So I guess I can see why all the smart people say that it's not a concept that really is all that good or useful or whatever. But then good and useful, those are just, like, more of the same, like, better thing. They're, like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I think I had something going on there, but now it's gone, and there's nothing I can do about that. And it's a kind of interesting thought, and now it's just not in words anymore, but I had it for a while, and it was just like this globular thing, and it kept going. And it's somewhere, and it's not in the world, but I think I might have communicated anyway, and I can't really tell, and communication is really weird, and is that, like, what we do to, is that, like, the fundamental thing about what we think is worth living for? And I like to be like Zay Frank. He's a cool guy, and I want to give him a hug. But I don't think he'll ever be in a situation where I can hug him, so I guess I'm just gonna have to not do that, and that's okay. The things that you think look like how they look actually look kind of different. 5/12/2014 409, and I don't smoke cigarettes. I do things I'm not supposed to do, and everybody does, and that's okay, and I kind of wonder what everybody else does that they're not supposed to do, and how much they line up with what I do. I heard the thing that you heard. I've lost things that I should find later. And if I find them, it will be a key, and I will open the door, and through the door there's going to be an I Spy book, and I'm gonna lay on the floor. There's gonna be a light above me so I can see everything, and I'm gonna do the I Spy book, and it'll be kind of fun, but it won't be quite as satisfying as it used to be, and it used to just take up all of my whole consciousness thing, and that was okay. But now it doesn't, and I don't know what to do about that, and what does take up all the things. It's the interesting things that are good. A rock to wind a string around is the thing I need. I feel like at this point I've got enough string to wind around something, and I wish I had a ponytail, except I don't really want one at all. And some people wear them around their wrist, and other people wear other things around their wrist, and I used to wear a watch around my wrist, and I have probably missed at least one R in all of those WR words, because I kind of liked watches. But did I really like them, or did I just like the idea, or something about the social aspect? Not the social aspect, but something about the connotations of what wearing a watch means. There's a lot of social connotations to pretty much anything, and it feels like they don't really matter, but it's probably more about it probably has more to do with what people's behavior is than they think, and or probably, or maybe, a lot of people understand it and are okay with it, and I just have this, like, illusion that I'm not part of that whole thing, even though I totally am. And maybe I'm underwater. I don't think I'm underwater. I could breathe. But if you went to the top of air, that's what balloons do. I like helium-filled balloons. They're kind of fun. Like, it's really easy to think of balloons popping as them dying, but maybe that's just the next stage in balloon life, and that's what they want to get to. Maybe popped balloon in the balloon life cycle is the one where they can reproduce or something. Maybe it's balloon adulthood, and all the balloons that we have are just in their adolescence. And I guess childhood would be the unblown up with helium, and they're probably pretty happy at first to get to the helium stage, because they made it to the next place. But it's probably uncomfortable. They're stretched all... Yeah, so maybe that's why balloons want to get away. I don't think that makes too much sense. And when I close my eyes, sometimes there's big torus shapes. Not right now, but sometimes. And I thought that was like a usual thing, but I don't know anybody who has the same sort of closed eye visuals that I do. Even on the internet. I looked it up. Oh, this is the end of the video. Have fun!